a good time so far?
It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten started yet. Later on, I'm live fuck in front of the audience. Myself.
See you in the housecoat. It's awesome.
See me in the what?
In the housecoat, it's sexy as fuck.
The house. I'm begging you, go have a conversation with my wife. Explain to her how fucking sexy the house coat is. And then while you're at it, be like, do you fancy a three-way, mum? Tell me what she says, would you?
Definitely.
Thank you. Excellent, Mimi. Oh, wow. There's so much to do. Anybody up there? No? Hi.
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 Thanks for coming to Glasgow.
Where's your accent?
Not Glaswegian.
Where are you? Is it Glaswegian? Is that what they say? Glaswegian? Where do you get the weege from? Are we close to Norway or something? I'm serious. Where does the Weegian come from? Nobody, the people in like saying Glasgowian or something? What is it? Glaswegian, right? That's what she said. Anyway, well, you're not from here. Where are you from?
I'm from Hawaii.
Hawaii? Jesus, man. You're not even from like stateside. You're from that other country.
Exactly.
Wow, man. Why'd you come? You going to school here?
Yeah, I'm working on my...
So he was just like, ugh, it's just too fucking nice where I'm from.
Way too much sunshine.
Yeah, I guess. Right on. Well, welcome to Scotland. I guess I could kind of welcome you.
Well, I've been here longer.
Well, fuck you, then welcome me. How are you, man? You go to school here? We handled that already, right?
I do.
What are you majoring in?
Literature and theology.
You had to come all the way out here to fucking... Couldn't pick up a book and a Bible back home? How do you like it out here?
I love it, actually.
How long you been here?
About a year. It's
About a
very
year.
cool.
Did you come here with a boyfriend?
No?
Did you have one back home?
Yeah, but not anymore.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, no.
You know
Once I
that
got
whole
out
long
here and got my
distance
hand
thing.
on some Scottish cock, fuck that. Have you fucked around with a Scottish guy yet? Your mother's not here. She's in fucking Hawaii. You can be honest. Ain't nobody here knows you.
Yeah, with my supervisors in the audience.
Just duck behind the wall. Why? Why? Is it against the... You get fired if you have sex with a Scottish boy? Have you had sex with a Scot?
Maybe.
You've blown a Scot. I knew it. How was it?
It was lovely, thanks.
Right on.
This is such good setup for my question. Thanks, Ken.
What is it? What's the question?
Actually, I wrote a master's thesis 2 years ago out of Cal State. And I'm looking at the way literature affects theology. And believe it or not, I used Dogma as a work of literature in my master's thesis.
That's my serious question answering thing. Meanwhile, I'm just formulating all the cop jokes. Go ahead, cut to the
It
chase.
gets even scarier. My advisor was actually a Harvard man, and I got him to watch the film, too. I was very proud of that. And I actually just signed a publishing deal to publish this in my master's thesis into a book. And I'm working...
Fucking show off.
Well, you know, you have books, too.
Yeah, but I'm not up here talking about them, am I? Like, hey, everybody, I'm published. They're like, well done. Fucking American.
Well, I'm kind of excited about it because I have a view askew of religion as well.
Right on.
So, actually, that's what I wanted to ask you about, because I'm actually working on the part in the book about your work and about Dogma.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, 10 years later, What do you think about the conversation that you started with your little love letter to the church and to faith?
I dig it. Thank you for asking that. I dig it. I'm kind of proud of what Dogma accomplished in 10 years because it's not irrelevant. People don't go like, oh, what was that movie again? Twitter kind of opened up a whole new world for me in terms of being online. I assume that I have a website for years and years, since 1995, called Housecoats.com. And on the message board there, we have a community, and I've been there for so long that I figured anybody who ever wanted to find me or ever saw even 10 minutes of one of our flicks had met me there, and I'd met them all. I honestly felt like I'd met every single person who had ever seen one of our movies. And then I got on Twitter, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my God. Because you're meeting people that are like, hey man, I think I saw Clerks once, it was funny. And I came from a world where, they've seen every movie and they could recite them. I'm like, this dude's, he barely saw one, man. How are you? What have you been doing? Let me educate you and shit like that. And in Twitter, I've discovered like this, two films of mine that like I didn't really hear that much about after they left cinemas. Jersey Girl and Dogma have huge fucking followings. I used to get emails like maybe two every year from different clergymen across the country and women who would be like, thank you for Dogma, I use it to reach out to the young parishioners and they dig it. I'm like, of course they dig it, it's got ass fucking jokes in it. A spoonful of sugar will always help the medicine go down. Or in this case, a spoonful of ass sex will always make the religious medicine go down. And it did actually. It seems to have kind of worked and did what we wanted to do. And I don't know, I'm very happy with it still. The only thing I look at it years later and go, man, I wish I could reshoot some of it, because the fucking fight scene on the train is embarrassing. It's such a fucking slap fighty affair, but other than that, I dig it.
I just take into consideration they were drunk at the time, so.
Of which one?
In the fight scene.
Who was, my character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, all of them.
All of them, yeah. Except Bob. Bob is the one who's always fucking present and shit. You saw how good he was in the fight scene. But yeah, you can chalk it up to that. Or really just chalk it up to the fact that I was like 28 years old and I still didn't know what I was doing yet. The beautiful thing about my career has been like, I've gotten to attend film school in front of everybody. So, basically you watch me grow and shit like that. Most people kind of do that shit quietly off to the side and then they spring on the scene with their genius and whatnot. Me, I'm just like, I will never be a genius, but you'll watch me develop from a rank amateur to a semi-good pedestrian filmmaker. And people are like, let's take that wondrous journey. But Dogma, I do really dig. I'm glad you dug it. It does seem to still kind of work. It's not like, it doesn't seem like, people that watch it go like, wow, this is fucking dated. Like I watched Chasing Amy recently and I was like, holy shit, man, this movie is so fucking dated. Like it's just a real time capsule of the mid-90s to some degree. Dogma doesn't feel that way to me so much.
No, I've turned a bunch of people in Scotland onto your work that had never heard of you before, so I'm...
All these fuckers? Is that what
Oh, yeah.
You could have told a few
They're all
more,
my
I'll be honest with you.
watching Dogma. Well, at least 47 of them, I would think.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I'm also wondering real quick if you'd comment, why deal with the issue of God being a woman?
I don't know, it just seemed to make sense. We cover it in the movie why it seems to make sense, but I don't know, I felt like, how could I not do it at this point? It'd be weird not to. It just made sense to me. Like one time I asked a Jewish friend of mine, I was like, you ever think about like marrying chicks that aren't Jewish? He goes, oh, it's not even an option. And it doesn't even present itself and shit like that. He's like, same like with you, like you never think about sucking dick, do you? And I was like, what? Because I was staring at his dick the whole time. But it's kind of like that to some degree, man. Where it's, no, I forget where I was going with that analogy. Did that analogy work, or did I not finish it?
No, that's fabulous. Thank you very much.
Beautiful, thanks.